kwa ibada ya heshima ya ndugu yetu Jakoyo Midiwo. As has already been said, Jakoyo is my younger brother, but is more of a friend than even a brother. Last time I talked to Jakoyo was on a Thursday, and that Thursday we had lost a sister, Jakoyo's elder sister. And that is when he called in the evening, talking, and he told me I have come back into Nairobi. I'm now in Nairobi, and we're going to meet. But he told me that we have had a comprehensive discussion with Dr. Buru. Because this month of June, we have had several deaths in the family. We had Madaraka Day, a celebration in Kisumu on the 1st of this month. The weekend, that was a Tuesday. That weekend, on Friday, we buried a grandmother, and then on a Saturday, a grandfather. But before they died, we lost an uncle, who was then buried the weekend after, Saturday. Before he was buried, we lost a sister, Jakoyo's elder sister. So she was herself buried last Saturday. Now, Jakoyo was telling me that, look, because these tragedies are too many, you have agreed with the Buru that you, meaning myself, I should not attend them because of the risk of attracting so many people coming to the funeral and infections, COVID. So he said that we have agreed that once the situation normalizes, we are going to organize a fitting memorial for all of them. And that was our last conversation with him. I told him I'm going the following day, Friday, to bury Kalembe Ndile, Kibwezi. I will then proceed to Mombasa, and we will meet on my return back to Nairobi. And I told him I'll be coming back on Monday. The Monday when I came, we had not talked, and in the evening, as I was sitting in my office, I got a phone call from my sister, one of our cousins, called Mrembo. Mrembo calls me, and she was sobbing. Then she tells me that, I asked her, what's happened? I thought she was from because of the death of Julia. She said, no, Jakoyo. I said, what has happened to Jakoyo? Jakoyo has died. I couldn't believe it. She told me that we went to see him at his Nairobi hospital, at the ICU. We talked with him. Then we left him there, we said farewell. And as we walked out of the hospital, a few minutes later, we were called to rush back to the hospital. And when we went back, he was dead. So I rushed to Nairobi Hospital at the ICU, and I found Jakoyo lying there. He was actually smiling. And I thought I could talk to him, but he was dead. I didn't even know how to conduct myself. Then we talked to the doctor. So it is a very, very emotional thing for us as a family, losing Jakoyo. Jakoyo was one of us. You know, our mothers, my mother was the eldest. And then we had only one uncle. And then Jakoyo's mother, Margaret, was the last one. But we've grown up together almost as family. In their house, there was the elder brother who was called Oduor. Then followed by Julia Okwero, the one who was buried last Saturday. Then the professor, Jakoyo Midiwo, is called Kingi, because he was born when King George died. Then there was a girl called Akinyi. Then there's Aoko Midiwo Odembo. Then thereafter there's Jalango. Jalango basically in the Luo means Kalenjin. Then there was the Jakoyo. And then after that there was the late Akoth. They were 8, we were 9. But our uncle had 30. Because he said he was the only son, he wanted to make up for what his father did not get. So our uncle had 3 wives. The first wife gave birth to 12 children. 6 boys, 6 girls. The second wife gave birth to 10 children. 5 boys, 5 girls. The third one gave birth to 8. 4 boys, 4 girls. So we ended up with 30 children, 15 boys, 15 girls. That was our uncle, who followed the tradition of our grandfather, was a great soccer player. Now Jakoyo, we brought him up, me and Jack, and eventually he went to the United States and studied the way it's written there in his obituary. And while he was there, he stayed with my other children. Fidel is the one who brought Fidel from Texas to DC. Then he also stayed with my other daughter, Rosemary. Rosemary is not here today because she's on a safari out of the country. And lived with them and protected them while they were studying there in the United States. So there's so many intimate things that you've done with Jakoyo. When he came back here, he was in business. Then he told me he wanted to get into politics. He had been involved in politics when he was still a student in the United States.